welcome back to Musings by Nikki. Today I am here with the September Junk Journal Inspirations monthly freebie and template for the month of September. I just said that. This is the September one. So first of all, let me say, where the heck did August go? I feel like I was just filming the August one like 5 minutes ago. So yeah, hello September. And this month, as you can see, if you have not already seen it in the Facebook group, it is a travel theme. I don't know why. I just was looking at my graphics and I felt inspired by this travel stuff. So here we go. As with every single month, in Junk Journal Inspirations Facebook group, I put out a freebie. It includes a collage, like a collage masterboard collage page, page of elements, and then a template, which is hiding under here. And so you can get this if you're interested. You can get this by becoming a member, if you're not already, of the Facebook group, Junk Journal Inspirations. If you look down in the description box below in my information, there is a link to the Facebook group. If you want to become a member of it, you need to answer all 3 membership questions. I'm telling you, they are not difficult to answer, but you will be rejected if you don't answer all 3. We just need you to answer all 3 questions. And then get yourself admitted, and you can get this and all of the other monthly freebies since March of this year. And you can get all the templates as well. So there have been some envelopes and pockets and tags, layered tags, and file folders and all kinds of stuff. So here is September, and as always, I am going to work on my Seasons and Ideas book and make a monthly spread, and here we will be working on that together. But let me show you the page of elements really quick. Here's your page of elements. You get a tag, a couple of like postcardy things, a photo, some tickets, a little stack of suitcases, a little baggage. I believe this is a baggage tag. Yeah, so you get that, a little airplane that you can fussy cut. And then the template for the month is a coin envelope. And you can do it a couple different ways. And I'll explain to you how I have designed this and how to use it. And then there is also a tag or a card that will fit into this envelope so that you have something you can cut out that will fit into the envelope. If you print the collage page like this and then send it back through your printer and print this on the back, I will show you what that looks like. You also have 2 little punches here for if you want to make windy guy closure on here to make it more like a policy envelope. This one is a smaller one because this is kind of a smaller format. And this one, though, is a 1-inch punch. So if you want, what's going to punch on the other side, if you have a 1-inch punch like I do, one of my favorite punches that's always on my desk, you can use this guy and punch this out. So I will show you how I'm going to use that in a little bit. As usual, I have a few more pages of the... Oh, and then you can print the template 2 to a page, and you will get this smaller version here. So you'll get little mini envelopes, and the cards will still obviously fit in there. However, this will no longer be 1 inch. That'll be a lie if you print it 2 to a page. If you wanted to print it 4 to a page, you'd get little tiny mini ones. And then, like I usually do, I have a few more extra pages of this that we can make things out of. And I've already cut out, I have fussy cut my elements here, and I have cut out the template. So the template works in 3 ways. You can cut it like this, and then you will just have a template that, let me put it down, duh. So you can cut it out like this, and then you will have a template that just goes, or an envelope that goes straight across when you fold the flap over. However, if you cut on the bold black swoopy line, you will have a template that looks like this. And then when you fold your flap over it and fold these two sides in, you will have kind of a rounded thing right here, right? Or if you cut on the dotted lines, you will have a template that looks like this. And when you fold it over, you'll have one that swoops down, has a thumb notch, and swoops back up, okay? And the dots are the same for either way you do it, and the cards will fit no matter how you do it. So there are my 3 different templates. Here are my 3 cards that I cut out. And let's take a look in the book and see what we're dealing with. Every month I make my spread in here, and we have 4 pages. So here we go. It's kind of fun to flip through. Remember March. If you've been on this journey with me, March was the first month here. Then we've got April, flowery, cute, springy, lovely. There's our April one. Then we have May, which was like a typography. That one was fun. Here's my template. Then we had June, which was a farmer, country, fun, like farm one. Then we have July, which was a super vintagey one, and file folders was our deal, our template. And then we had last month, which was August, and it was kind of this late summer, pretty purples, butterflies kind of deal. Oh, pretty, pretty. And then our template was large pockets. So you can get those, and there's a round bottom pocket that's displayed right here. So if you're interested, that's where that came from. And here are some other full, size large pockets. And here in our 3rd signature of the year, we have a full page, a kind of a smaller page, a little half page, and then another smaller page. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then those will be for October. Woo! My birthday month. I almost made the monthly freebie to be fall, like an autumn one, but that will be October. There you go. Spoiler alert. It's October's will be fall of some sort. So along with, before we start laying stuff down and making elements and doing the coin purses coin envelopes and stuff, I brought with me some washi tape. I pulled out some washi tape that's like old vintage map looking thing. And then a couple of stamps, like postal stamps, and a postcard stamp, because I don't know, I just thought, postcards, you're traveling. And then also my big Tim Holtz map one. So I will probably put this in at least one place, maybe 2. So let's do that, because I thought we would lay that down as a background. So since I just put that Tim Holtz one right there, and I kind of liked the way it looked, let's just do that first. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you are having a good day. If you're here in the US, your kids are probably either, if you've got kids at home, they're probably either on their way back to school or they are back in school. Mine are almost. We go back on September 7th will be our first day. So usually the Tuesday after Labor Day here in the States. And they are excited. There we go. That didn't stamp all the way through, but that's fine because it'll be covered by some stuff anyway. Let's see, should we put another one back here? Yeah, why not? But my nieces and nephew who are in college are already back to college in their 2nd and 3rd weeks of college classes already. Crazy. My girls are excited to go to school. As you know, we moved into this community in the middle of, in October of last year. So we've almost been here in our new house for a full year. I'm kind of wobbling this around on the page because it's like super, chunky underneath. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put this one back on here and move this out of my way. So last year when we moved here, school was already in session and they were already doing online school, and it would have been too much to try and have them join. So I'm gonna take a couple of these off here. Oh my gosh, if I can. And then just throw a couple stamps on here. Oh my gosh, if I can. Oof. The stickiness is strong with that one. Okay. And I truly thought that I had silenced my phone, but apparently not. Okay, just one of those. And we'll do one of these guys. I'm just going to throw a couple of these down as my background. Oh, God, I must not have used these for a while, because I know they're used. I know I've used them, but boy, they are stuck down but good. And I don't even care if these get covered up, you know, partially by things that we're putting on. This is just my base layer here to provide me with a little background interest. That's all. Okay, so now I have kind of a layer of just a few little stamps to add some interest in the backgrounds as I work. Now, let's make up a few of the coin envelopes. So, I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to cut out, so this one, I have printed the master sheet, the collage sheet border, without putting it on borderless, blah, blah, blah. So if you just print it out standard, this is how it'll come with this little white border. And I just do that to show you that if you print this on the reverse side, it does fit inside of those white borders, so you're not going to end up with a weird white border on one edge. And then this one's on just my standard Hammer Mill premium color copy. This one is on some ivory cardstock, so you can see the difference in color and, you know, intonation there, right? This one's just the one in back on ivory cardstock's a little darker, that's all. And then I've got my two little mini ones. So I am going to fast forward me here, cutting these out and cutting this one out, and then I will come back and show you how to fold it and how we put it together. Guys, so I have my coin envelopes cut out. Oh my gosh, words are gonna fail me today. I've got my two mini ones and my big one, and so now what I'm gonna do is use my scoreboard, which is right over here, to put some scores in. And like I say all the time, you do not have to have a scoreboard in order to do this. I have one, so I use it. because it helps me put, you know, better lines in. If you are a journaler and you're, you know, journal maker or whatever, any sort of crafter, and you do any amount of trying to fold and make nice folding lines, then I would suggest investing in one of these. They're not too outrageously expensive, but boy, are they sure helpful, because I do not do a good job of folding nicely and neatly. You can do this with a straight edge ruler and that will work just fine. But I am scoring around this box, basically, is where you want to score. And this one I cut out the thumb notch version, where we'll have a little thumb notch, and we'll see how precise my cutting was when we get to the folding it over here in a second. I'm going to score my other 2 envelopes, and I'll fast forward through that, and then I'll be right back. Now let us fold them up. So I am going to fold my 2 sides in first. And press that down. Now the lining up of the thumb notch one will entirely depend on how precise your folds are and how well you cut. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm just slightly off. So I'm gonna take my little scissor here and give it a trim. And now I'm satisfied. Then I fold the bottom flap up and the top flap down. And there we have a cute little coin envelope, right? And that's the image you'll get on the front if you just print it exactly the way it was. And then this card fits down in there nicely, like so. Now, if you want to, like I said, if you want to make this have like a windy guy closure is what I call them, where it would be more like a policy envelope, you could punch out a couple of these. This one, because it's just on regular paper, it's way too flimsy for that, so you'd have to back it with like a piece of file folder, some scraps of cardstock or something, and you'd want to make 2 of those, and you will have plenty of room in the scraps of the rest of your paper, because you'd want to put one here and one here so you can wind around them both. Or if you did the smaller ones, which, let's see, here I have in the template, you could put it one all the way down on the bottom flap and one on this flap, and then you could wind around both of them. Okay. So we have this one and we need to glue it shut. If you're going to put windy eye closures on any of these parts, especially if you're gonna, you know, put one on the envelope, you can always do that afterward. But if you're gonna try and put one here, it's much easier to do it right now before you glue this flap down than trying to come afterwards and put one in. So keep that in mind. I am just going to glue this shut because I don't think, well, I would love to do those closures, but my book is getting so big that I don't think that I need anything else bulking it up. And if I put those on some pages in my book, it would get too bulky. So we're just gonna forego the windy guy closures for this particular project. So I'm gonna glue that. You glue your 2 flaps together and then make sure that you are not like me and that you can actually get, you didn't glue your flaps to your pocket. And then you glue the bottom and glue that up. And you do not glue the top because that's how you get in and out of it. So there you go. Cute, cute, cute. I'm going to slip my little tag in there. And we've got a cute little policy envelope. Now let us fold up the other ones, the smaller ones. And I will show you what it looks like if you choose the straight across method, which this one is. So if you choose the straight across method, you will probably, now see how it comes straight across. If I fold my envelope down, right straight across like this, you open it up and there's like no divot, no thumb hole or anything, but I will show you in a second here, and you can decide which flap you like on top. I think I like that one. I'll show you in a second. How to make your own little thumb notch if you want to do that. So we're going to just glue it shut. Make sure I didn't glue it all the way shut. Then I will put my back flap on. Bottom flap, I mean, not back. And now these are made out of cardstock, so they are a little more rigid. Okay, so if you've got this folded, right, and you want at least a little thumb notch there, you can take your, well, geez, I don't think it's going to work on this one because my punch is these are too small. But you can take your punch usually and just clip a little half of or a third of the punch, and that'll make a little thumb notch. I just can't right here because my punch is too big to fit into there. So I would have had to do that before I glued it all shut. Then let's look at this one. So this one I chose just the top option, that swoopy option there. And let's do this again. And then the top one. And there's what it looks like if you choose the bold line, just the swoop down. So that gives you a little bit, easier time getting the card in and out of there. However, in this one, it's not going to be too difficult to get it in and out. You just squeeze the sides a little and get down in there. You can't put a tab on because that won't fit. Then you won't be able to close it very well. So I'm gonna, there we go. And then let's glue this one shut. And then we can start designing in my book. All right, so we've got our 3 little travel themed, oh, come on, there we go. Travel themed coin envelopes. So there are the different ways that you can use the template. And cute, cute, cute. So, oh, I didn't put any of this travel washi in. This like map washi. Well, maybe we'll see. There'll be a place that it'll be very evident that we want to do that or something. So now with these, you can use them different ways in your book, but one of the ways you can do it is to put them over the edge of a page like this and paper clip them on, or you can put them over the edge of a page, like maybe I will do that with these 2 littler ones. If you go like this and actually glue the flap down there, then when you open it, these actually just flip off the edge of the page, which is kind of fun. So maybe we will just do that since that's where I had them right there. Let's just do it. So I'm going to actually glue this whole flap down. Here. because honestly, if I paper clipped them in, that would be more bulk. And I have too much bulk in this book already. I am seriously questioning whether I will be able to make it all the way to the end of the year in this book without it being so crocodile mouth that I can't even work in it anymore. I know I say this every video and then I continue to put more stuff in there. Okay, so now on this page you just see the flaps, which is just kind of a cute little accent. And then here you actually have the 2 envelopes that flap out and you can get the cards in and out of there. So that's cute. And I feel like maybe then we just can run some travel washi, some map washi down the side here. This is really wide stuff. I believe I got it from Wish a long time ago. And to trim the edge. There's my kids. Lizzie's driving Joy to volleyball and she's standing outside my window right there acting like a total dork face because she knows I'm filming. Gotta love it. There, that looks cool. Okay. I was excited to put some of this map washi in there, so that works really well. I like how that looks. Okay, now let's take a look at our little ephemera pieces here. So I usually say I'm going to save some of these smaller little like decorative pieces for kind of making a little cluster in the corner of a page so that I can actually leave some journal space. And then I've got a couple of pieces here that could be pockets. These could become pockets. I kind of like the idea of them askew. And then I've got a tag, which definitely needs a little zhuzh of vintage photo here. I didn't grab anything to top it with, so maybe I'm thinking I don't need a topper. Okay. So I kind of like the idea of these 2 pockets just sitting here kind of wonky like that. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. I should move my little bits and pieces over here so I can scoop my journal down so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, what was I saying? Kind of askew, kind of wonky, like so. However, they're gonna need a little vintage photo on the vintage photo, which is not an actual vintage photo or a vintage postcard. But that's why we use things like this, to distress them, right? Okay, let me move that out of the way. Yes, but I feel like it needs something on the edge. So what I'm gonna do is get my sheet here, and it's not quite tall enough because these are taller sheets. So I'm gonna use my tear ruler, which is right here, to tear off a little border piece here. Oh, and I should be going this way. Everything in my studio has a fine layer of dust on it because they've been doing construction out on our street for a while now, and I had my window open by mistake, not thinking, as they were doing a bunch of work on the pavement on what are right now dirt roads. And it is a dusty, dusty mess. I'm trying to decide, do I want to go right up to the edge like this? Or do I want to kind of just give it a... Nah, I'll go right up to the edge. So let me see about how far I want to come with that. So yeah, I had my window open. It was breezy. They were driving by with loads and loads, bucket loads of dirt and gravel, and the wind was blowing all of that dirt and gravel around, and I like left and went and did some stuff in my garden and whatever, walked to the post office, and didn't come back until later in the afternoon and realized my window had been open the whole time, and now there was just this fine layer of like gravel and sand particulate on every single thing in my studio. Well, the top layer of everything, because let's be honest, there's more than just a one layer going on in here. There we go. Perfecto. Now I feel like there's some edge interest. Yeah, I like that better. So I'm going to just glue around these and turn them into pockets. And go just slightly over the edge over here. And then we'll do my map and globe. I love globes. I think they are just fascinating. I love maps in general. I don't know, I just love looking at them. I love kind of dreaming about all the different places. But I love globes because I think it just gives you the true perspective of how everything is and where it is, you know, much better than like the Mercator projection. My dream is to have one of those big fancy globes, you know, that sits out in your living room or something. Oof, that would look cool in our great room. Another way that you can use coin envelopes like this is as a tuck spot. So it doubles up as a, you know, actual envelope, but you can glue this side and this side down and then turn it into a tuck spot, which I think I will do. But first I want to, when you're cutting out the template, if you've printed it on, you just have to realize that you will still have a couple of the black lines. You can cut around the edge as well as possible, but this one on the fold will be there. If you use it simply as a template, then you won't have that problem so much. Just a thing to keep in mind. You won't have the problem if you use it as a template if you use light pencil marks. And I'll show you what the heck I'm talking about in a second here. Okay. So I'm going to put it's opening this way. So I'm going to glue along this edge and this edge. And then I am going to put it down in the corner of my page. And press it down for a second. And that will create us a tuck spot where we can make ourselves a journal card or a big tag to go in there. So we could stick our tag in there. But I have a feeling I might want to use this somewhere else. I think, as always with my little half sheets here, I think that's where I'll put my, you know, write the month in of September. And then I feel like I want this on this page somehow. Or maybe in a pocket here would look cool too. I do have another sheet of these that I could use to have a second tag if I want to. But I also want one page here where I don't, so I'll probably put it back here because I want this page where I can just put a little bit of a few things in the corners so that I can actually have some space to journal. You know, I could journal a little there too. But let's see. What do I want to do with, if I put September, I'm just going to give this little ticket a little around. If I write September there, I probably want something in the corner. Maybe maybe the little airplane could go there. There they are, back from dropping Joy off, and they're still acting like dorks in my window. Yeah, okay, I think, and then I can kind of write September through here. So I think let's put that there. And I'm not even giving myself like, I'm not even giving myself cheesecloth or anything, because I would normally want to layer this up with some cheesecloth and stuff, but I just don't want to get this book too bulked out. So we're just gonna do this. It might have looked cute, right? And of course now I'm already putting glue on, but it might have looked cute if I did some little blue ink behind this to look like clouds. Wouldn't that have been cute? Even though I know clouds are white, not blue, but to look like the sky that the clouds are in. Okay, make sure all my little edges get pushed down on that one. All right, that's cute. I like that there. Now, we've got that little space too, and we need to make something to go there. So let's address that. Let's get this back out. And I'm gonna say that since, yeah, we can probably fit it there. I wonder if we could fit one of the full, nope, that'd be too big. I was gonna say if I could use my full file folder template to fit in there, but I don't think I can. So since this is on, there we go. So we're looking for something that'll fit. Let me see if it'll fit. Nope, it's got to come, this edge is it's too wide. So I'm going to use my tear ruler again to do this. Nope, got to do one piece at a time. And then do this side. Okay. Let's see if that fits in there now. Yes, it does. Okay, so I am going to, this will be like a little open up journaling space. And I'm just going to ink around the edges quick. Okay guys, so I've got my little coin envelope here that I'm using as a tuck spot, and that just slides right in behind it. I can kind of see my map stamp there still, but I can take that out, and that is an additional place to do some journaling in there. And I've got my pockets that I need to actually have something to go inside of. So one of them could have this cute picture of this little traveling girl and boy. That one needs some ink zhuzhing. And go in this one here. And then I've got my taller ticket that could go in here. And is this too short, or will that work? Nope, that'll work. So we'll put our little hot air balloon ticket in there. Oh, I got something all over the back of that. What is that? Oh, it's a little chunk of my foam. Yeah, I think it's a little chunk off of my blending tool. Was kind of gross. Now it's on my fingers. Okay. So I like that. We've got this. I love this page here. And then I've got my flip out little guys here, and I'm okay with that page. We'll put September there. And then we need like a pocket or something, some way to put this in here. So let's see, what do I have out at arm's reach? Oh, well, here we go. I've got a package of vellum. So let's do some vellum. Then we can actually see the whole tag too. Yeah, okay. So what I need to do is cut, or since I have my tear ruler out, I can just use that, I suppose. Let's tear one edge here, just to give us a start. And then let's see how wide. I gotta give myself room to glue smash out. With that and with that. I'm using the lines on my mat to make sure that I'm tearing at least somewhat straight. Okay, and let's tear a bottom. And then let's just tear the top off. And I like to fold over the top of a vellum pocket if I'm just making it like this, to kind of reinforce the place where it's going in and out. So I like to fold this over here. And of course I will do a little ink. Okay, that should fit the tag in and out nicely as long as I glue very carefully along the edge only. So let's see how accurately I can do that. Oh, and let's just give this a little smidgen of glue here. There we go. Now let me go around the edge very carefully, putting only just enough glue to, you know, adhere this to the page, but a thin little line so that hopefully as it's, you know, smooshes onto the page, it stays pretty much close to the edge. All right. The fun thing about vellum is you can actually watch the glue smush underneath. It kind of gives you a good idea of what happens when you're gluing other paper down to a page and how it acts. Okay. Now this should fit down in there nicely. Yes. Good job, Nikki. Now we've got our few little bits and pieces here. Whoops, come here. That is for next month. So I need, I'm good. I might want a little something down here if we have it left. Otherwise, I'm thinking suitcases up there. I feel like this is exactly the same size as that stamp. And do I just really want that? Like, boom, boom. So, I don't know. Maybe I just put this guy up here. And suitcases. And, okay. Let's just do it. I try to keep this video to an hour every month, so it forces me out of my indecision and into just having to glue things down. And not always am I terribly excited with what I've done, but most of the time I'm not mad at it. I'm like, at least it makes me, it's good practice at getting out of my head. And honestly, this is a journal for me. So, you know, if it were a journal that I were going to sell, I might take a little longer to think about things, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just good to say, you know what, just if your first instinct is to do it, maybe just go with it. Only I have to not overthink, but I have to think twice about things like, you know, when I'm going to cut something down or whatever. I have to think that through a little longer. Especially if it's a one-of-a-kind thing. Oh, like a vintage something. I like that there. I like these little suitcases. All right. Does this page need a little something there? Yeah. That red, pinkish red makes a little pop. It's kind of like a raspberry color, I guess. Okay, so I've got some room to write there. I've got room to write behind these things here. I'll write September there. I've got room to journal on this page. And I've got these two little tickets left that could glue down somewhere. I have to find them a home. Do I want them there? Or do I want to use them? Yeah, I think I like them there. Then it's kind of like a little collage with the stamp behind it. Fun. This makes me have a yen to travel. I love traveling. And for 13 years, I ran a nonprofit for people with developmental disabilities to be able to travel. And I loved it. And I got to travel a lot while I was running the company. It was super fun. Okay, so I've used up all my little pieces. And I'm cool with that. Now I just need to write September. So I'm going to grab some pens. okay guys, there we have it, September. Just my quick little, and it's filled in with a metallic gold, which you probably cannot see because the camera's just not going to pick it up, but it's kind of a glittery gold pen that I use to fill in my little posts. And I feel like the plane needed something, so I gave him a little flight path. Look at that loop-de-loop he flew. I also, if you did not know, I have recently just done a series of 5 short videos about tricks and tips for doing my hand lettering because you guys have asked me to do so. So like in my previous hand lettering for each month, I get usually one request for, can you give me a tutorial? So I just did 5 short videos on tips and tricks and hacks, basically, on how to do some fun lettering in your journals. I am by no means an expert on it, but I do have some little tricks that can jazz things up a little. So that's what I did. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and working in my journal with the freebie for the month. Like I said, if you're interested in getting it, you have to be a member of Junk Journal Inspirations Facebook group in order to get the freebies, but it is worth it in my humble opinion. And the templates are always fun too. They are, helpful, especially if you're newer to junk journaling and you want to know how do you make pockets and how do you construct different things and stuff. The one thing I didn't show you, which I try to show you in every video, I guess, so let me do that quickly, is how to use, if you just wanted to use a template. I know you are smart people, so I know you will know this, but the lovely thing about this is, say you really wanted to catch that airplane, right? You could lay this down however you want to, as long as the whole thing is on the page, and try to catch, trace around it and try to catch as much of that as possible. So we do have people that have printed these out of vellum, and then you really can see, where you're going to trace and what you're going to catch, because you can see right through it. So there are different ways to do that, but here, that's how you can use your templates directly onto the printed out page, is by putting it down, choosing what you want, and then tracing around and cutting it out. You can either do that on the front, or you can trace on the back and just get what you get, from the front. Sometimes you can kind of look through if you put it up to the light, Anyway, if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Otherwise, I will see you next month for sure, but I've always got other videos and stuff going on my channel as well. So thanks for hanging out with me. I hope that you have a wonderful morning or afternoon or evening or middle of the night, whatever time it is, on whatever side of this fantastic globe, planet of ours that you actually live on, wherever you live in these maps here. I hope that you're having a great day. I hope that you're able to be creative, and that you're healthy, and that you're well, and that you're at peace. And I hope that you guys are, glad you just spent an hour with me. And until I see you guys next time, take care, stay safe, and God bless you. Bye-bye.